So I'm going to start by grating the hard-boiled eggs, which are already firm. I'm going to use 6 eggs for this recipe and grate them all. I'll use the coarser side of the grater so the pieces stay nice and loose. I made sure to boil the eggs well so they're not too soft and can be easily grated. The yolks and whites need to be firm to achieve the perfect result. Now I set them aside while I prepare the sauté. In my pan, I'm adding 1 to 3 cups of oil. I add 12 chopped onions. I'm using white onions, but you can use any kind you like. Now I'll lightly sauté these onions for about 2 minutes, just until they soften a bit. The onions are now well sautéed, soft, and golden. Now I add 2 chopped tomatoes, which will bring more juiciness to the dish. I stir gently to mix the tomatoes well with the onions and ensure everything is well incorporated. I let it cook on low heat so the flavors can blend together. Now I add 2 garlic cloves. I incorporate 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, also 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, now 1 teaspoon of sweet paprika, which gives it a slight smoky flavor. I add 1 teaspoon of chimichurri, also 1 teaspoon of cumin, and 1 teaspoon of dried parsley to add a fresh touch. Finally, 1 teaspoon of salt. I pour in 1/3 cup of water. Now I mix everything well so the spices are evenly distributed. I let it sauté a little longer so the flavors of the onions, tomatoes, and seasonings blend completely. I cover the pan and let it cook for about 4 minutes. After this time, the sauté is well cooked. Look how great it turned out. The tomatoes are soft and the flavors are fully combined. I add the grated eggs, mixing carefully, so they don't break apart too much. I place them all in the pan, incorporating them into the sauté. I stir gently to allow the seasonings to blend well, without losing the texture of the eggs. The idea is for them to be well seasoned but still fluffy. Now I add another 1/3 cup of water to keep it moist. I stir again and let it cook for 5 more minutes to enhance the flavors. After 5 minutes, the dish is completely cooked and well blended. To finish, I add fresh parsley to taste, which will bring an extra touch of freshness. I add a generous amount because it really enhances the flavor. Now I turn off the heat and start serving. I take a portion and place it in this bowl to present it nicely. Look how delicious this looks. The dish is creamy and colorful. I spread it evenly in the bowl to make it look appealing. This grated hard-boiled egg recipe is very easy and practical to make. And now, all that's left is to enjoy this delicious, well-seasoned dish.